another one. Local recording. Where's that cat from? 80s anime. That's all I know. There's a Tumblr called 80s anime and just loads of pictures. And I'll tell you more about it in a second. It's good. It's good. It's good. So, aboard the Minerva. So here's Stella shaking, going and Shin's like, "Hey, how you doing? You alright? You're safe now. Nothing for you to worry about." But she's like, Neo, Stella, Neo, protect Stella, Neo, protect Stella." He's like, "It's okay, Stella. Come on, it's okay. Just like, howdy, Taisu, how you doing?" And he's like, "Stella." And Camille's like, "That's really fucked up." And Rie says that she's been like that ever since she woke up. Professor Kazumi theorises that she's been given medication and hypnotherapy as part of her weaponization, and if they're not maintained regularly, her mind could collapse for good. And that's exactly what has happened. That's exactly the deal. That's why cyber new types need the same thing. And in Unicorn, when they take Merida captive, people like, we need to, like, is she secure? Is she safe? Tie her down. She's a cyber new type. She's gonna flip her shit. And the doctor's like, nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. She's just gonna, like, look at her. But she is still strong enough to break out of the table and fly away. Like, she's gotta watch out for him. But the Chimera team have been investigating the facility, so hopefully they'll find something that'll let us help her. And Stella keeps calling out for Neo. And Shin's like, "Jeez, calm down. I'm here, and I'll keep you safe. It's okay. I'm shit." And she just goes, "Ugh." And then Woodley is like, "Is there nothing we can do for Stella? Stella." Meanwhile, Zuth is heading to Tampagonda base to meet the head honcho of Chimera, Brigadier General Edel Burnell. Luna Maria's looked her up on the internet, and she's already a fan. Not only is she ludicrously young for her rank, she's also beautiful, and despite being a high-ranking officer of the new Federation, she wants to help out Zaft and as part of both of our squad's cooperation. And it was like, hell yeah, pretty good. And Koji and Boss is like, "It's a beautiful woman, you say?" Starts looking for pictures of her on the internet, but I'm pretty sure Boss is typing in a Brigadier General Edel Burnell nude pics, no morphs. And then Koji's like, "Hell yeah, let's look at her." But speaking of the UN and ZAF's bipartisan supporters, how are the Freedom and the Gecko State doing? Asks Lowen, and we're like, "We don't know, our messages aren't getting through to them, and it's hard to contact them with any reliability over the patchwork UN thing we got going on." On that subject, Julie says that the UN we have now was apparently spearheaded by the General. And Lowen says, yeah, she wanted to use freedom and centralization of information to help the newborn multi-world society become stable super quick. And the result was the Universal Network, a project that crosses boundaries of nations and cultures. Adrian is still alive, like we're even deploying him, but he didn't shoot him down like a shithead. Emma points out that one of the biggest factors in worldwide instability was confusion, the feeling of being lost and in the dark. And Lowen instantly is like, because a lady has come there, and so he's like, she set up the system, and it's good. But he gets through it and saying how good she is, and then it's like, looks like the thing with the ladies is still happening with him. Way. But he still has to introduce Talia to Edel, so he's like, I'm going to go prepare introductions to introduce Captain Gladys with Edel. Bye. Then he's like, but follow up on the other Zuth through the UN. They must be all over the news. So he's going to go practice talking to women. And AG's like, hell yeah, let's do it. And so off he goes to practice his speech. And everyone's like, and Cappy's like, Julie, look it up. He's like, alright, so he starts throwing around searches for Gecko State, land ship, and the factory. And here we go. So, the Gecko State investigating a giant cloud phenomenon alongside the Federation. And they're like, has Holland gotten over his hatred of the military, or are they just desperate? And then there's a call for test pilots for the Federation's latest mobile suit, and that was taken up by Garrett and Jamil. Julie sees that it's a new version of the GX, and it's like, oh, I guess they're like using their expertise on that. Luna Maria finds it strange, considering fighting the Feds is our main objective, but then Emma says, they don't have a particular bone to pick with the Federation like we do, because like we're AUG and Zaft, and they're just regular people. And while we don't know what they're getting paid, or working for the Federation seems real low and scummy to Tudor. And the Gecko State doing it too? What are they, con mercenaries who sell their might for a friggin' goddamn dollar? And Jun points out that they've been spotted fighting alongside Zaft forces themselves. But the list keeps going, and this time they've kidnapped a Vodarak priest and killed him. Brilliant. And Mizuki's like, well, I know there are anti-Vodarak extremists out there, but I can't believe that members of Zuth are in there. Or did they do that on the Federation's payroll too? And then Luna was like, I thought they were easygoing but reasonable people. And Kappe is like, yeah, but we were wrong. Those guys are just thugs. And Tetsuya is like, yep, I see they're less our other half and more of a completely different group now. And so now Koji's like, damn, people, I can't believe Ryoma would do such a thing. But it's hard to argue with the footage. And Mizuki says a world like this can change even the noblest mind. And Boss is like, yeah, shut it. But Emma says, no, come on, they may just have chosen the wrong path to trail. If we ever run into them again, then they're just like, yeah, I'll fucking punch them. Give them what for? But in the meantime, we can keep track of them on the UN. Yeah, everything on the internet's always true, always, 100%. Especially the internet that's like literally run by the people you're fighting and you know are bad and untrustworthy. But maybe with more information we'll understand what they're thinking. And if we don't like what we find out, then maybe we'll take matters into our own hands. But Toshiya hopes it doesn't come down to that though. Amuro and Quattro visit Athrun to check up on him, and he says he's all fine, but Amuro is like, I'm not worried about your physical injuries, dude. Quattro agrees and says the problem is often psychological damage that would come from being shot down by your former friend. And then Athrun's like, yeah, I can't say I'm not still rattled by that, I'll be honest. But Amuro, brilliant negotiator, says that Athrun's going to have to face up to the truth that the Freedom attacked him regardless of whether Kira actually wanted to kill him or not, but he attacked him. And Athrun is like, no, I understand. I've seen Heiner's death, but he's still got doubts. Quattro asks Amuro to leave them be for a minute. He's like, it's your thing. Fucking good cop, bad cop. And Amuro says the Saviour's repair's nearly finished and he'll be waiting for Athrun. So Athrun's like, He's like, we've travelled together since before the breaking of the world, but this is the first time the two of us have been alone. Yes. What do you know about the man named Shah Aznavour? I've heard of him. A legendary combat ace from your universe, called the Red Comet. He was Lieutenant Amuro's nemesis. I suppose that's what everyone's been told. But in reality, he was a petty man who waged a long, pointless war to avenge his father. When he looks back on those days, he thinks of himself as a mere fool. Lieutenant Quattro, are you... Glasses off. But as time passed, he began to see for himself, and even reached the point where he could fight beside his nemesis for what he believes in. Time is a powerful force, powerful enough to change a man. Are you talking about Kira now? Take it however you like. I just don't want to see your doubts take you to your grave. It would be a great blow to the world to lose such a promising young man at this age. I'm sorry, I should be honest. I'm ashamed to see you reminded me so much of how I was. Lieutenant Quattro, I want you to serve an example for Shin and Camille. Is that too much to ask? Sounds like something the chairman would say. I'd like that too, to be able to advise them the way that you lieutenants do for me. Good. If you want that so badly, you should know what you yourself have to do. Right. We'll arrive at Tampagunda soon for our meeting with Brigadier General Edel. After we speak with her, we'll head to Gibraltar, so just relax till then. Thank you. Beware Quattro Vagina, he is a chart. Thanks, Kai. Did you find that out on your investigative journalism? hey, it works. No, like nobody knows it's him because everybody who ever fucking saw him face to face is dead. But here we are, and Leon brings Edel into the room, and then she excuses him and introduces herself very politely after he leaves. And Talia introduces herself as Talia Gladys. Blah 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 blah. And she says she's heard much of our exploits and invites everybody to sit down with her. Hazelmon is then like, is this really alright? I mean, where our respective organisations stand, is this fine? And she's like, no, there's no danger in for our Zaftan AUG soldiers being here, don't worry about it. Not here at Tampagunda, a base known by very few, and it's run by and for her personal task force, the Chimera Squad, exclusively. And they're like, even so, it must be a risk, so Talia wants to know what she's getting out of this. And she says she wants to know if we'd join her, in a sense. And as Levin informed us, her primary concern is the stable, peaceful future of the multidimensional world. Some growing pains are inevitable when a variety of countries and cultures are smashed together, but the new Federation isn't quite what she hoped for. Quattro points out the contradiction, and she says, yeah, I'm an officer of that Federation, but even I can see that rather than being a force for unity and order, it's the private muscle of a greedy few. How's your evil sense going off? She just wants to help everybody. She's so good. And she works tirelessly to fix the Federation from the inside. She's got plans to meet with Dorandal and Diana after we meet. And that was a good time, and maybe the only time. And so she puts down her head and begs us for her help to aid the world. And Gwen's like, you don't need to beg. We agree with your ideals and are happy to help you out. And then Bright is like, I'm glad there's people like her around that can speak like that with conviction. And Quattro is like, damn, her words are truthful and unwavering. She might be Edel Vernel, she might be the real deal. Meanwhile, this fucker... I see where your evil sense is going off. Yeah, he's here. And he goes up to Setsuko. And he's like, he's not. He's sniffing around, not breathing out. And she's like, hi, welcome to. Okay, I'm Setsuko Hara of Zuth. Lowen asked me to wait here, and he's just running around, sniffing around, going. And she's like, you're getting a bit close, could you back off a bit? And then he's like, whoa, I was just breathing the air around here and you happen to be close, or am I not allowed to breathe, huh? He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. He's like, no, you're trying to take away a poor old man's right to breathe, and that is unacceptable. I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry. If you really are, then let me smell your ears. Ah! Slap. You hit me? I'm so sorry, my hand just sort of acted on an impulse. More. Hit me more! No! And then Lowen comes over and he's like, Professor G.A., please, cut it out. And he's like, oh, Leon, I was just about to invite her to a candlelit bar, jeez. And then Lowen is like, there's no way you're getting any romance going the way things are. And Setsuko is like, so, who's this weird dude? And he explains that this doctor is Chimera's scientist extraordinaire. And he goes, pleasure to meet you, baby. Like, the second word he says is baby. But pleasure to meet you, baby. And internally she's just like, help me. Owen apologises for us to wait in a place like this. And then Gia's like, oh, you're pretty calm with the lady, huh? Despite your gynophobia. He's like, oh, really? And he's like, oh, you didn't notice? I wonder what the reasons that could be. You with your fear, if you're so friendly with Setsuko, that must mean that she's actually a man! And Setsuko's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, no, I'm a scientist. I won't believe such an outlandish claim that you are not a man without empirical evidence. I see it with my own scientist eyes. She's like, the first word she says here is skirt. And she's like, please get away from my skirt. Like, stop trying to look up it, please. I won't take this harassment. He's like, are you angry? Very angry? Of course I am. Then hit me. Hit this old man with everything you've got. Punish me. Discipline me. Fucking GA's face here. He's such a good dude. He's such a good fucking dude. He's not. Please. Stop. Yamate. Yamate. I'm screenshotting GA's fucking face. Fucking GA, he's so good. But Mystery Lady shows up and says, please stop this shameful display now. And Edel comes to Setsuko and introduces herself, and says that she's heard a lot about Setsuko from Lowen. And Setsuko's like, I'm into Setsuko Ohara. And Edel says that she's here as her own person to meet the girl, not as military, so don't need to be so formal. And he's like, you wanted to meet with me? She's like, yeah, you remind me of myself at one time. A time when sorrow haunted my every step. He is a pervert, absolutely. And then Schlan shows up, and he's looking for Setsuko. And it seems that someone unauthorized sent a message to this base, who shouldn't even know about this super secret base. And it's one Asakim Doan, and he wants to talk to you! Fucked up. He likes women to step on his butt. He likes women to step on anything, whatever he's got. Scenario 31. What comes of our bonds? So, Setsuko flies the Vergola out to where Asakim sent to meet her, and his looming threat's what's holding her back from moving forward, and she needs to take him out. Right here. Oh, the radar's going off. Incoming. Goddamn Churum! It's Athena? So Athena's leading her squad here, and their singularity ping was going off, and must have been this thing. And Setsuko's like, well, this isn't the first time Asakim's led me into the Churum. What's his deal? Are they with him? But trying to capture her so she's not going down without a fight. And the SR point is shoot down everybody except Athena, and then Athena, and just to do it we just have to shoot down Athena. So, Athena. I think it's super good. Asakim is the edgelord. But he's also hanging out with that fucker. Are they all good? They are all alone at least. I think these dudes are the slightly tougher ones, so I'll shoot him. But yeah, Professor GA's a huge goofball, and by that I mean he's really creepy, but he makes me laugh a lot because he's just so committed to the gimmick. He's asking the biggest edgelord in Super 01. Yeah, like easy. Easy, 100%. I don't think anyone even comes close. I don't think anybody else has a move where they cut their hand and write a magical symbol in their robot's fucked up blood. Get this in one. How you doing, Tyson? How you doing, Flaum? Is he a dark ally? And I did see you said you can either be fabulous or a private force called Chimera. You have both utility, but they're called Chimera because they've got a goat, a lion, and a snake robot. Are you alright, Setsuko? Captain Learn, what are you doing here? I know you want to face your own fears here on your own, but you don't have to. However weak we may be alone, we draw strength from our bonds with others. Our bonds with others? Setsuko, let's do this together. I'll support you. Thank you, Captain Learn. You think a single reinforcement will save you? Do not underestimate my Chaos Leo. You're about to learn the power of all of Chimera's expertise. I wish he hadn't attracted all their attention though. He's actually made it harder than if they just fucking come over and tried to murder Setsuko. Everything goat theme's inherently evil. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Couldn't be more wrong if you're trying. No, Asakim's not friends with Chimera. They don't know who the heck he is. Oh crap, it happened. I'm dead. Owen is definitely the lesser lion fucking guy. Have you seen him? And then we waddle over here. Let's make Lowen sad by having a woman help him out. Okay, and then I want to get her to move and attack me this turn because I don't know that I can one-shot her or do it in one turn. Like, I don't think I have to one-shot her because I think she's still garbage. And you'll get big. Asakim's the personification of every 13-year-old's deviant art? I don't think so. He's not a furry or anything. And Lowen does 20% more damage to male characters and 20% less to women. So he's going to murder all of these dudes and not do much to Athena, which is fine. How can he be? He's got fishy sparkles in his... Exactly, how can he be? Do I trust the Chaos Leo alone? I mean, he's done nothing to make me not trust him. Is it because he hates the ladies? Like, he's scared of them? It's because he's scared of women. Can't even, if one comes near him and speaks, turns into a stammering, stuttering wreck. He's got the exact same thing as Kay, Except Kay does it because he wants to kiss him. And Lowen just shuts his eyes. Shuts his eyes, pulls the trigger. No, that's not fair, Taisu. Super War's logic is not doing anything untrustworthy makes you the most trustworthy. If you do anything untrustworthy, then you're the most trustworthy. Think about how many times bad dudes have joined us. Everyone is always worthy of 100% of your trust. Always. I don't think Orson hates women. I think he's just a regular dude. Orson's just a regular fella. Yeah, like he is even only plus 20% evasion rate. He's not. He's just a regular dude who likes women at a regular amount. What I'm looking forward to is when Z gets added to OG World and Lowen comes in and he has to meet literally every single fucking woman on their team. And they will just destroy him. He can't deal with Lammy because she's a robot and will fucking kill him with a flick of her wrist. Valletta would murder him. Ashen would just go, oh hey, Goldilocks, and he just wets himself. Katina can't deal with that shit. Grow's not afraid of women, he's just, well, he is afraid of women, isn't he? He's like, they're all dangerous, but that's because Marilyn did things to him. But he's not like, oh jeez, I can't function. He's just like, I'd rather not be around them because they might hurt me. So it's in a different way. Ashen would ruin him. Lowen would see Katina kick Russell out of a fucking window and moonwalk out of the room, do a 360 and walk away. Excellen would be sexually aggressive at him. Call him a goddamn cherry boy. Now, this sucks because I think I might have fucked it up because I needed both of those today. The pilot's really good. My uncle taught me all that he knew about combat. No one will best me in a duel. Yeah, Alfimi, you'll see Alfimi do a big move and just go, I'm going home. Lowen will go, I'm going with the Kuragane crew. Why is that? The only woman there is Carla. And Loon. And other than that, everybody just wants to kiss each other. And are men, and I can deal with that. Ray straight turret, fire! Okay, we've got this then, because we'll get her on the counter attack. But I will have to strike myself. And Lowen, just in case she attacks him. and he needs to be like fucking here. Let's go. Kills this fucker. Stays here. And we'll get her on the counter attack, hopefully, for the SR point. It's probably going to be a long stage, because it ain't going to just be this, that's for sure. Boing! SR point. So Athena knows that she can't face Orson with another failure. When suddenly, ping 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 on the singularity sensor, and it's Cena. But I think the Nintendo Switch, it looks cool as hell. There's some bits that I'm concerned about though. But it's Cena and the Federation and the Breaker crew, and it seems that she's a signal that Athena was chasing, not the Virgola. Does this mean there's a third singularity? And then Xena, mad as hell, is like, don't you dare ever call me that again, cheer him. And Athena's like, well, alright, I'm out, I gotta go deliver my report to Orson. That mech, it's Asakim's ally, isn't it? You found yourself a new guy already, Setsuko? You know that if he sticks with you, you'll just meet an unfortunate end, right? Please, don't. Stay with me, Setsuko. I can't, my body won't move. Save your breath, lover boy. Her fear of Asakim goes all the way to the depths of her soul. Just seeing me reminds her of him. There's nothing on her mind but despair. Who are you? Me? I'm Xena Espio, Asakim's girl. Now, Setsuko, you're gonna cry for him. They're coming, Setsuko. We have to attack. Chief Toby, I'm sorry. Damn it! I have to defend her. Yoink. I'll cover you, Setsuko. Just don't give up. You're getting on my nerves, lover boy. Your White Knight act's a joke. But she's still not going to get hit, so it's not a problem. The thing that some people said the controller's weird, but it's just the Wii U, it's the it's an Xbox controller setup. And I'm sure they'll release one where you can put a new left in, so it's the other way around, so it's like the Pro Controller if you really want that. But it's just like, it's the Wii U controller but with a bigger screen, right? And but the only thing that I'm concerned about is if it's going to be if it's going to have enough power for people to care about it, because otherwise people are like, well, it's either going to be not as powerful as the big boys, which it's not, and people will go, well, why do I want that? Or they'll go, the battery life isn't long enough as a portable, so why would I bother with that? That's the balance it's got to get as the home console and the portable, is it's got to get the balance right between battery life and also performance. And but the Wii U gamepad has a battery life of 3 hours, so that portable-wise is fine because people generally don't travel that long, and you can just plug it in when you're at home, which isn't a problem. So, you know, I'm waving General. But if it's the home console, you can take out with you, and don't forget the cable to plug it in. And like Robin said, doing the system link with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where you could play on the Wii U and then put it on your 3DS and go outside and have a good time, and then come back and still have the same guy backwards and forwards. And I think expecting to be in line with modern consoles is gonna be like I think that's ridiculous. I think it's gonna be better. I think like a bit better than the PS3 or the 360. Like that, I think is a more reasonable expectation. Mune thinks that it will be 720p portable, and when you plug it into the box, maybe it goes up to 1080. No will on this lady, so she's not doing any damage, but that's fine. Because they're also not going to hit her ever. Yeah, and if there's Monster Hunter crossover, it's definitely going to have Monster Hunter, 100%. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's a Monster Hunter launch title. And if not, then real fucking quick after it comes out. And there'd be a Monster Hunter bundle like there was for the Wii U. Like 110%, and it's going to be you can play Monster Hunter at home, you can take it out and play it with everybody. And there'll be a mini game where you take the controller apart and you and a buddy each have it in the little NES controller style, and then it'll be like a cat gathering mini game or something. Yeah, Monster Hunter was what kept the PSP afloat, to me, like 100%. But yeah, like there's definitely going to be a thing in it where you do a stupid little mini game with the cat or whatever with your friend, or you can play on the Pro controller and your friend can play on the little controller and control the cat, or just like whatever. Like it's going to be 100% good as hell. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I would also like it to get good games. Not saying that the Wii U didn't, but like I want people to not do the stupid thing they did with the Wii U, where they're like, I'm not getting a Wii U. I'll get the Wii U when it's got more like good games and AAA titles on it. And then Bayonetta comes out, and then they go, he's just going to defend. And then they go, well, I'm not getting a Wii U till it gets more titles, or why couldn't they release that on a normal console instead of the Wii U? And it's like, well, you can't have it both ways, dinguses. Yeah, Monster Hunter was why I got a Wii U. I got the Monster Hunter bundle. And I think the only other Wii U game I own is Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. I've used the Virtual Console on it to get all the Metroids and the Kirby, and I use it to play Wii games. But like there's Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 in the double bundle, and they're both good as hell. Like, there's loads of really good games on the Wii U, but most of them are Nintendo games, and a lot of people are like, why would I want them? And it's like, well, because they're good is one reason, I guess. Cross off on the list of developers for games on the Switch. Yeah, sticker stars too for Paper Mario. Like, no, that's no good. That's no good. Don't do this. But also, that's 100% in line with the Paper Mario dudes, because the people who make Paper Mario hate people who play Paper Mario. So they'll go, which one didn't you like? You didn't like sticker stars. All right, sticker stars too. Fuck yeah. Like, the people who make Paper Mario like actively hate the player base. They just don't want them to play it. Poor Lowen. In the what else is bullshit? And like the next Zelda game's gonna be good as hell. All of it's good. Everything's gonna be good as hell. Yeah, the Switch being the... If the Switch is actually going to be like the 3D, like the handheld and the console platform, instead of just the console platform that you can take outside, or the handheld thing that you could, like, it's got. I think it has to choose whether it's going to be handheld plus plus or home console plus plus. Yeah, Square own half of Mario RPG. But yeah, like the Paper Mario devs just fucking hate people who play Paper Mario. As is evidenced by all of the stupid bullshit they put in, and how they actively make the games shitty on purpose. And then keep making them worse on purpose. Like, I think what is going to happen with the Switch is they'll do games for the Switch and then do ports through the 3DS, like Hyrule Warriors style. And also, when I said that I don't think it's going to be as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One and everything, like, a bit better than the PS3 probably, please note that the only PS4 game I care about is the one that looks exactly the same as a PS3 game, and I only play games on fucking PS3 apparently. Okay, now that she's been hit though. Damage check! This is pretty big. But now her dodge penalty will come down. She's been hit, so she should be good again. I've thought about getting the Hyrule Warriors because it looked cool as hell, but then I just fucking didn't. Like, that's the story of me and Wii U games. I'm like, oh, that would be pretty cool, and then just fucking didn't bother. Just got Super Overwars games instead. There aren't enough hours in the day for me. I need more days in the week and more hours in a day. I said like the only Wii U game other than that I own. I also own like the Nintendo Life thing or whatever it is. I bought that, the one that came bundled with things that weren't the Monster Hunter one, because Robin bought that over and we had a good time. And I got Treasure Tracker, but it's still in the shrink wrap. Like I haven't opened it. But I played the friggin' Game Boy Advance Metroids on the controller. So it was like they were like people like tablets that had a controller onto one of them. Maybe. Like I think they already did that with the Wii U controller though, like the Wii U gamepad. Like I think they already went, people like tablets, let's do that. Like I think they've just done that but more. Made the screen bigger. The stage is a little rough, but if I just defended with low and more, it would have been fine. Oh, well now I've got to do this again, but that's also perfectly acceptable. Yeah, the Switch is like the logical, it's the logical progression of the Wii U, I agree. Absolutely. Just do the cheap follow-up. Have you guys seen the document for it that's got the like it's like here's the headphone port and then in parentheses leave the courage to Link. In the Wii U, they tried to do fancy dual screen stuff, and developers were confused by it. I think the problem with the dual screen stuff is that it doesn't fucking work on that scale. Like on the DS and 3DS, the two screens are right next to each other, but the Wii U, you're either looking at your TV or looking down at your controller, and it's a big distance you've actually got to move to do it, and it's annoying as shit. There you go, buddy. Get big. He doesn't need to accelerate up there either, he can do this. Okay, that's Leo, burn up. First thing you have to do when you make a console game is make sure people actually want to use it. That's whether we like pretty much. Well, you say you wish Star Fox Zero had more stages, so short. You have to like play each one like 3 million times though. But no, I understand that it could have done with more variety. Certainly. Yeah, like the battery life is going to be a thing, but as soon as it's the actual console, that wouldn't be so bad. Like the problem with the Wii U gamepad not having a long battery life is you can only charge it from the fucking console, so you still have to be near it, right? Which is irritating. There's actually a ton of hidden areas to the stage. It's not that there's hidden areas to the stages, it's just that they do change a little bit. I think it's a good 70% of the stages have more than one route to them and more than one exit to do things.